Exercise A, page 112. Architecture.
Crowd.
Desert.
Energy.
Government.
Nothing.
Population.
Power.
Private.
Public transportation.
Exercise B, meaning from context. Page 112.
Egypt's new city. Egypt is famous for its capital city of Cairo. Every year, millions of tourists come to see the ancient architecture in the area. But the city is also famous for its crowds, busy roads, and slow public transportation. To solve some of Cairo's problems, the government of Egypt has built a completely new city from nothing. The new administrative capital is in the middle of the desert, about 30 miles from Cairo. There are new buildings for the government and office buildings for private businesses. The city can use solar power for its energy, and there are electric trains for transport. When it is complete, the city will have a population of 5 million residents.
Listening. How to build a new city. Exercise B, main ideas, and Exercise C, details. Page 114.
Welcome to another episode of my podcast, Architecture in Action, the show that invites architects to talk about their work and the effect it has on the world. This week, my special guest is architect Zarina Holt.
Hi, Stuart. It's good to be here.
So, Zarina, normally my guests talk about one building, but this week is different because you're building a whole city. What can you tell us about your new project?
I'm starting a new project with a group of engineers and architects. The government wants us to make plans for a new city, so we're right at the beginning.
That's a big project. How do you start to build a city from nothing, Zarina? What's the first step?
Well, before you do anything else, you need to choose a location. And you need to think about many different things. For example, a new city needs good land and a lot of space. You don't want a large population living in the area, and you don't want to hurt the environment.
That makes sense. What kind of location is a good choice for a new city?
Well, new cities are often built in deserts. For example, in Saudi Arabia, the government is planning another city in the desert called Neom. It will have a population of about 9 million people.
Really? Isn't the desert a difficult environment?
Well, yes, but there's a lot of sun in the desert, so the weather is good and they can easily use solar power. That's the next step when you plan a new city. You need to know where the energy is going to come from.
Okay, but isn't water a problem for a desert city?
Yes, that's also part of the next step. Energy and water. The city of Neom will be near the coast, so they'll take salt out of the seawater. It's expensive to do, but it's possible. Other cities already do that, in fact.
Okay, so we have a location. We have energy and water. What do you need to think about next?
You need money to build the city. At first, this probably comes from the government, but then you also need private businesses to spend money. This means there will be new jobs, so people will want to move to the city. After all, the city will need doctors, teachers, drivers, and so on.
Let me stop you there. You used the word move. People also need transportation.
Right. And houses to live in, of course.
Of course. So, how do modern cities move people around?
Well, when you create a new city, you need to think about people's homes and transportation at the same time. We don't want any cars in the city.
Really?
Yes, we want public transportation to move everyone from place to place. If you design your city with people's houses near their jobs, then they can walk or bike too. Or if the internet is fast, they can work from home easily.
But I'm not just talking about work. What about free time? People want to go out in the evenings and on weekends. Where are good places to relax in a new city?
That's one of the next steps. Modern city builders understand that people need to get away from crowds and busy streets. So, we plan for a lot of green space. For example, the new city of Songo in South Korea has a park in the middle of town, so everyone can enjoy it.
You really have to think of everything. Okay, my last question. Imagine you have a beautiful new city with a lot of happy people. Who decides on the name of the city?
It depends. There isn't a name for our new city yet. But sometimes they choose something from the country's history, or they choose something modern and new. But there's one thing you can be sure about.
What's that?
Some people will love the name of the new city, but a lot of people will hate it. So you probably can't win.
Exercise D. Focused listening. Page 115. 1.
What can you tell us about your new project?
2.
What kind of location is a good choice for a new city?
3.
Isn't water a problem for a desert city?
4.
How do modern cities move people around?
5.
Where are good places to relax in a new city?
Exercise A. Model. And Exercise B. Analyze the model. Page 120.
So first, let's discuss a good location for our city. Where do you think it should be? In the desert? The desert is a good idea because you don't need to use areas for farming or cut down trees.
That's true. But what about the temperature? It's very hot in the desert.
I see what you mean. How about building our city near the sea? It's often sunny and warm, but not too hot like the desert. And we can use solar power for the houses.
That's a great idea. It also means that we can use wind power. You often see wind farms in the sea. They deliver energy to the cities on the coast.
Absolutely. It's good to use green energy.
Yes, and all public transportation can be electric. But I have one question. Do you think people will move to this city?
Yes, because people like living near the sea. It's relaxing, and there are a lot of activities like swimming and sailing.
We can also build houses with a view of the sea. They'll be very popular.
I agree with you.
Me too.